Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
BTC just tanked like a madman. Huh. All right, let's go take a look at it. We're gonna look at gold and BTC real quick. Let's go ahead and pull the charts up, guys. Hey, yeah, if you guys want a t-shirt, hey, go to AuvoriaPrime.com, guys. The store's on there. You guys can get the t-shirts, all the paraphernalia. The AP paraphernalia is now on the website. All right. Gold, we're in a downtrend. You guys can see on gold, we're in a downtrend. And so what Calvin was talking about is when gold comes back out of this zone, that'd be great. You got an M formation that would form. So if this can come out and close down here, we definitely will be in a great sell. I definitely take that sell from standpoint of breaking the neckline of this M in a downtrend. So definitely looking out for that. I like that move. And Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin's been tanking. Bitcoin's been tanking. I got a notification earlier, both Bitcoin and Ethereum, they had a bag entry on the H1. I didn't like Bitcoin because it's right above the 200, but they both had a bag entry on the H1. These H1s have been panning out, guys. H1s have been panning out, multiple. So here's the H1 right here on Ethereum. I like this one because it's below the 200. So I think that could be a good show. As you can see here, these H1 moves are happening, guys. I mean, look at this. Bounce, an arrow that ran up right there, 934 pips or 9,300 points. This one right here, little drawdown of 190 pips, and it ran up right here to 1,634 pips. I mean, that's a good move right there. It's a good move. So these H1s, even on crypto, the bag entry on crypto, it works on everything, guys. It's all based off of basic fundamentals. Basic fundamentals. Got a W formation and everything. All right. I'll start taking some of these H1s. Let's go look at everything, guys. GJ. If anybody took GJ, hold on, let me check the GJ's in the uptrend. So GJ strategy number 9 panned out. Price came down here, hit that 200, came back, closed above, came back down here, down 15 pips. And yep, you got your 25 pips. It ran up over 30. So anybody that took strategy 9 on GJ, W, easy money right there, guys. Easy money. Easy money. Easy money. It's going to be an interesting night, guys. Interesting night. GU is in a downtrend. All right. Nothing really there. GCAD is in a downtrend. Got a little M formation right here, action, but if it broke the neckline of the M, I need to break the zone 2. From this zone to that zone, 13 pips, not even worth taking it. It's going to be an interesting night today. Interesting night. GOD is in a uptrend, I believe. Yep, in an uptrend. All right. GBP NZD is in an uptrend. GBP CHF in an uptrend. EUR GBP, it's just been ranging. Look at that. Just been ranging for the last 3.5 days now. That's ugly. And the market, guys, is ugly. We got to buy on gold. I don't like that. So you need to turn around. We need it to turn around because gold is in a downtrend. We need that to turn around. If you guys are wondering why the market is moving away, it's moving. NFP is on Friday. So sometimes NFP has a significant effect on the market. And sometimes it doesn't. EURNZD is in the uptrend. No, I'm sorry, it's even. 4 and 4. So when you have even numbers of zones, you want to measure the two inside zones. As long as they're 50 pips apart, you can take trades in both ways. They're 100 pips apart, 103. So you could take this bag entry right here. Pull back 32 pips, and it's dropped 28. So easy money right there. TP hit on that sale. Whoever took that, well, it was outside the money zone, so most would not have taken that. EURJPY, ugly. S&P 500, downtrend. So I'd love for this bad boy to come give us a down arrow. All right, I've added GER 30, guys. So this is the original indice that I actually started trading. GER 30, the German 30. So I've added that to start looking at, start catching some pips off that. All right. Gold, yeah, we need gold to come on down. Bitcoin, trying to head up. Ethereum, same. Man, I just like Ethereum. Ethereum was lovely, man, off the H1. Beautiful. Below the 200, everything. If it start to come back down, we might have to get in that H1 move. Once this pullback is done, we might have to get in that. All right, guys, it's going to be an interesting night tonight. We're going to get real creative, guys, real creative. And usually on nights like this, strategy number 8 comes in handy. So the Fibonacci. And strategy number 7 comes in handy with wedges, M's and W's. So when other strategies really aren't working, you can start to go to real technicals, either with the Fibonacci or just overall market patterns. You know, the M's and W's, the wedges. All right, those are always good. So we're going to get real creative tonight. Real creative. All right. Oh, that's not what I want to do. All right. So let me stop sharing for the moment, and let's take a look at the Q&A. Ready to learn? Let's get it. Can I make in the future some webinar for pair correlation? We talk about it on the call now. So we, whatever questions you have about correlation, definitely ask. We'll get up on it. All right. Hey, shout out to Mariska. She just put into the chat for all those who are looking to get the AP gear. It's www.myapgear.com. So it is in the chat group. Shout out to Mariska for dropping it out. We appreciate you. USD CAD right before the alert. All right, let's go pull up USD CAD. You guys love trading non-London pairs during London. I know that. I figured this group out. USD to the CAD. Oh man, did we miss a move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So we're in a downtrend. We're in a downtrend. And that's right at the money zone. So this has been a great trade. I don't like chasing. Right now it's already down 7 pips. Yep, GCAD, it's a valid trade. Where we got it, it's in profit. Beautiful trade set up too. I like it. Look at it. Here's why I like this trade even now. I would have if we had been on the call at the very beginning, I would have took this trade. I'm gonna explain why. All right, so number one, your M is what? It's leaning. It's leaning down. All right, that's number one. Number two, the neckline is right here. So the neckline was broken once, twice, retested, and then it was broken again with the arrow for the bag entry. So you had a break of the M is leaning, and you had a bag entry. That's a great setup right there. Great setup. Great setup. And let's look here. Entry would have been here. 10 pips or 20 pips. Somewhere in this range right here. Oh, yeah. Beautiful setup. Beautiful setup there on the USD CAD. We're just late. Never chase a trade, guys. Never chase a trade. You can only harm yourself. All right. If you miss a move, that's fine. You miss a move. Come back. Wait for another setup. All right. That's it. Wait for another setup. So we'll close that one out. We missed that. We missed that move. All right. Great idol on that USD CAD. Someone wants to see how to get the cryptos in their market watch. All right, guys. So here's how you add any pair, whether it's crypto or not. All right. So first thing you want to do is come to view up here on the chart. View symbols. And from here, you have the different categories. And again, categories are going to differ depending on the broker you're using. So from here, you change all that. For mine's called cryptos. And then from there, you have all different cryptocurrencies right here. You double click on the icon with the money sign until it's gold. When it's gold, it'll be in your market watch, or you can just hit the icon right below file, which is the little white chart with the green plus sign. And you have all your pairs that you can add from here. If you do not have cryptos, or if you do not have, or if you can't trade cryptos on the weekend, then that's because of your broker. All right. That's because of your broker. All right. Let's go back and answer some questions here. BTC fib retracement at the 62 level on 5-minute chart. Boy, that's very precise right there. So take a look at it. 5-minute chart, BTC on the 5-minute chart. We got a 62. All right. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. Got the fibs here. Hold on. We are in a uptrend. All right. So we went from the previous high, or previous retracement, to the negative. Goes right, negative. That's wrong. We're uptrend, so we're drawing it from the bottom to the top. Delete. All right. So what we want here is current retrace to the high right there. Negative. I'm drawing it all wrong today, guys. I don't know what's up. All right, hold on. No, that is the right way, because we're going from top to bottom. From bottom to top for the buy. Yeah, that's right. So based on the way I would have drawn this here, come on. There we go. It blew right past everything. 100. It went all the way back to the bottom. Cool thing though is Bitcoin's got a nice little what? Got a nice little boom. A W W formation down here. W's leaning. I like that. But now from a fib standpoint, from the way that I would draw it, I definitely don't see that setup. Let me see if you drew it based off of this last previous way down here. And yep, that would be it. So I thought that might have been how you drew it. That move right there, low of day to high of day, retracement off the 62, which means that I definitely would have had an entry right here. Why? You guys remember the five types of candlestick formations that we use to enter in for a fib trade is what? One of them is the engulfing pattern. And you see right here, that didn't work. Hold on. Insert. Let's go to a different shape. Right here. That is an engulfing pattern right there. Engulfing. All right. So this candle right here engulfed the previous candle. It ate. They started the same area, and this one ate the other candle. So it engulfs it. It's larger than that, which means that my entry would have been at the start of the next candle right here for a buy. All right. Not only the city 2 right here, but also get the zone. All right. I mean, now it's leaning and heading up. That'd be a great entry. Definitely a great entry at this point right here. And if it ran up 60,000 pips or 60,000 points, which is 6,000 pips. It's a nice little run up right there. Nice little run up. You'd have closed out at the zone when the zone popped up, unless you wanted to hold it for longer. Some people, especially the way how bullish that Bitcoin has been, hold a little longer. Be a great call, great eye. We missed that entry though, so we missed our entry on that one. So now what I'd be looking for on this move right here, I would be looking for a break of this zone and an arrow, because we are in an uptrend. So that would be a what? That'd be a valid bag entry. So we needed to break that zone. We need to get this up arrow. All right. We get that. It's go time. It's go time. Same thing with Ethereum. Uptrend. You see the W is leaning up. We get an arrow. That's a nice bag entry. We could be making some moves here with crypto. Gold started to try to come back down. We need that gold to come down here and close below the zone. Close on that M. It's not. I don't like that M though. That M is leaning up now instead of leaning down. GER 30. S&P 500. All right. So someone asked, does the money zone move? Does it get bigger as the market progresses? So I'll show you guys this here. The money zone moves with price. All right. So as you can see here, this day, the money zone is very big on this day, very large, because inside the money zone, price was here. It's the lowest it was ever. Inside the money zone, here's the highest. So the money zone will increase and shrink depending on how much price moves during that time frame. So you see these 2 days, big money zones. Then it gets a little smaller, smaller, smaller. But it's all based off of how much price moves inside or during that time frame. All right. So the money zone will never be the same. Can I go over how to share the My Facebook account? So to share my Facebook account, what I'm going to do, guys, because I'm not going to go over it. That's well beyond what we want to go over. But what I'll do is I have a link to a great YouTube video that explains it step by step. So in the AIRO bag chat, I am going to drop the link for how to share the My Facebook link. All right. Share, copy link. So I just shared that in the AIRO bag chat. If you're in there, you can have access to that. And we got notifications. 1:30 my time. New candles are forming. Let's see what we got. GCAD on 15 minutes for sale. All right. So look at that. GCAD. Right into his own. Boy, I tell you. Get the information though. Look at that double top. Man, look at those wicks at the top. Boy, the market maker been having field day. Look at all these wicks. Look at all those wicks. It's a field day right there with the market maker. Field day. Market makers are killing right now. No entry on GCAT. GJ. And that was a beautiful trade. Man, I know somebody caught this strategy non-trade setup, man. That's a beautiful move right there. Beautiful move. Too easy. And then you had a bag entry too. Go back to that. And you just confirmed the entry with a bag entry. I mean, me, I do take bag entries outside the money zone because I'm a more experienced trader. So if I'm in on this trade with strategy 9, I get a little pullback and it comes back with a bag entry too, I'm doubling my position. I'm doubling up. That is an easy.
That was definitely a beautiful move. That was an amazing move.
Yeah, man, double up. But then if you wanted to, look at that. Not only the bag entry happened, but it also happened. It broke the neckline of the W. So your W, look at that. This is the textbook move, guys. Look at this textbook. Leaning W out of support. We're in an uptrend. We're in an uptrend. W is in the support level, leaning up, which means that your entry for, again, on a W, so you wait for it to break the neckline. So our entry would have been here when this candle closed, which coincides with the what? With the bag entry. And you already would have been in right here for the strategy number 9. And you can see that just from strategy number 9. I mean, it ran up more than 25 pips. It's up right now 33 pips. And then on the break of the W and the bag entry, you're up, 26 pips. I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't have won with that trade right there. That's money. So whoever's in that trade, shout out to you for following the rules. Oh, never mind. I was looking for a strategy 3 setup, but we are in a downtrend on GU. We're in a downtrend. Nothing there. GI. We are in a uptrend on GI. It's ugly, guys. It's ugly tonight. It's super ugly right now. GI is in a uptrend. All right. So let's take a look at the fibs. I'll throw the fibs on here. Let's see here. We're right around the 50 level. I'll wait to see that one play out. Wait to see that one play out. GBP NZD. Nothing going on there. GBP CHF trying to push up. G-pair is trying to push up, so I like that. Because GI, if we get a push back up, we definitely got a strategy 9 entry. And we could also have a fib entry as well. So let's keep an eye on GI, guys. Keep an eye on GI, GBP AUD. Somebody let me know. There goes Bitcoin for the sale. Bitcoin for the sale, but we are in a what? Bitcoin's in a uptrend, so I'm not definitely looking to counter trend trade against Bitcoin. Bag entry though for a sale. Gold chilling on top of the zone right now. GER 30s chilling inside the zone, just like S&P 500. All right, you guys look at GER 30 and S&P 500. They got some pretty good similarities. Not identical, but they typically trend together. URAUD. Beautiful setup. Bag entry outside the money zone, but hey, inside the money zone, you had a second bag entry, and you could have took that easy for 10 pips, as I talk about. It dropped, is up 20 pips right now, but as you guys know, I always talk about the second entry. And again, I'm going to update the videos, guys, for you on the second consecutive. So if you have a bag entry, if you have 2 arrows in a row, you can take the second arrow. The second one, though, the numbers show that you will win more often at catching 10 pips on that second arrow than the full 20. So first bag entry arrow, 20 pips. Second arrow, cut it in half, 10 pips. All right. Market kind of slow right now. Market kind of slow. Let me ask you some more questions here. UC, yeah, we already looked at UC, guys. USD CAD, we looked at that one already. All right, so someone asked the bag entry, should we take it with the trend? All right, guys, I need you guys to watch the videos, please. Strategy number 1 talks about it. So it's real simple. We'll go over it. With bag entry, strategy number 1, there are 3 simple steps. 3 simple steps. All right, 3 simple steps. So we'll look at GJ. All right, so the trend is what? Zoom all the way out. Look at your count your zones. We have clearly 2, 4, 6 green zones, 2 red zones. So we have 6 green, 2 red, which means what? We are going to only focus on buys. All right, only focus on buys. That's number 1. We identify the trend. Rule number 2: only take what? Only take bag entry. I'm sorry, only take trades inside the money zone. So only take trades inside of the money zone. All right. So we're concentrating inside the money zone. Let's look at this day here. All right. Rule number 3, or step number 3, is only take bag entry trades with the direction of the trend inside the money zone, which means that we're looking for a bounce, an arrow. So we go. We want to make sure we have more than 20 pips room to the next zone. We got 68, and you can see it ran up 26. All right. We TP at 20 pips. Stop loss of 40 pips. All right. That's it. So you always want to trade with the trend. The reason why you want to trade with the trend and inside the money zone is because you want to have the highest probability chance of winning. Beginners make 3 mistakes. The most common mistakes the beginners make are, number 1, they trade against the trend. When you're trading against the trend, you might win sometimes, but you're going to lose more than you win every time. All right, unless you just have a counter trend strategy that's out of this world. Number 2, beginners trade into levels of support and resistance. That's why I say there has to be more than 20 pips away from your entry, before you enter your trade, because you do not want to trade into a support level. you do not want to trade into a resistance level. All right, you're asking for yourself to lose. All right, and then the common mistake, third mistake that beginner traders make is they over leverage. All right, so from over leverage standpoint, again, 0.01 lot size for every $100 in your account. If you use that, you'll give yourself a fighting chance that if you make some mistakes in the beginning, it will not destroy your account. All right. It will not, you will have to, with a 0.01 lot size for every $100, if you keep that ratio, no matter how much money you have in your account, you will have to lose 1,000 pips in a row before you lose all your money in your account. So you give yourself a chance to lose 1,000 pips in a row, not total, just in a, like 1,000 pips in a row before if you lost every trade, you would have to lose 1,000 pips before that's a lot of time. You're going to figure things out before you lose 1,000 pips. All right. So you want to make sure you have proper risk management, because you're not going to win every trade, even with the software here. So when you do make losses, you do what? It doesn't cripple your account, and you then do what? You then still have money so that you can do what? Continue to trade. You continue to trade. It's all about the long-term game. And then once you figure the game out, you got a strategy that's winning, and you're experienced enough, and you're finally in the zone, then you find yourself putting yourself in position to win long-term. All right. But in the beginning, proper risk management, because you're going to lose. No matter how good you're going to lose. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. All right, come on, GR, make a move. We need to get something. We need something juicy here. I want a nice little trade. Come on, GR. Let's go look at the scanner here. GCAD, I already got that. So everyone want to know what this is. This is version 4. Tomorrow I will have the updated version. I'll tweak a couple little bugs out of it, but the updated version will have the ADR on the chart. ADR, for those who don't know, average daily range. So it tells you on average how many pips that a certain currency pair, cryptocurrency, precious metal, whatever, how many pips it moves per day. That way you can look for the day and say, oh, GBP NZD on average moves about 100 pips a day. Today, it's already moved 75. Well, I only have 25 pips that's got left to move. So most likely I might want to stay away from that pair. All right. Drink of the day is brought to you by Brisk Iced Tea, Lipton. So when is version 4 coming out? Don't hold me to it, but word on the street today, I can't even say word on the street. Word today came down that we could have version 4 this weekend, or as early as Monday, Tuesday of next week. And so if it comes this weekend, great. We'll get rid of. We'll go ahead and add that in there and get that ready for you. If it comes next week, I'll make an announcement as well, and we'll have version 3.1, as well as version 4 in. Again, version 4 is an EA, so it's managed by EA, and the EA just manages the signals. So it's going to notify you. So how it works, again, you can select all your symbols you want to have here on the side that you want to actually monitor. For me, I monitor the 10 pairs that I always, I tell you guys, the software works great with. I also monitor 2 indices, gold, and 2 cryptocurrencies. And I monitor all these, so all 15 of these pairs on the M5, the M15, the H1, the H4. So if it's orange, that means I have an up arrow on that time frame for that specific symbol. If it's green, I'm sorry, orange means down arrow. I apologize. Green means up arrow. And all I have to do is what? So I've got Ethereum on the H1. So I can just click on it. Boom, it brings you to the, you see here, Ethereum right here, H1. It brings me to the H1 chart of Ethereum. And you can clearly see it here. All right, so the cool thing is now I don't have to worry about having 1,000 charts open if I don't want to. Now for me, I do it on these calls because it's easier for me to just flip back and forth for us, look for these trades. But for you guys, as again, this AIRO manager that was put in place, that the dashboard is what it's called. It's put in place to help out with easing the lag on the VPS. All right, because this will allow you to only have to worry about looking at one chart, because literally I have the dashboard on one chart. I can close all the other charts and still receive all my notifications. All right. So that's the beautiful thing about it. And so when I get the notifications, all I have to do is come here, click on it, see if it's a valid trade. If it is, take it. If it's not, walk away. So look at, we're pretty close to that, guys. We're pretty close to that as well. Conversation today was that the second VPS company should be on board middle of March. So second VPS company coming middle of March. That'll help out as well. All right. So let's back it out of here. Yes, everyone still has version 3.1. So don't worry about it. Everyone still has version 3.1. All right. Version 4 is not out yet. That's what I'm talking about. It could come out this weekend, could come out next week. Just letting you guys know, keep you guys in the loop. Is GER30 volatile? Yes, it is an index. It's an indice. All right. It is like US 30, but it's the German 30. So it's the top 30 stocks for Germany. If you don't know about it, do not trade it. All right. So ETH and BTC on H1 is an uptrend on Hugo's Way. So I'm not using Hugo's Way anymore, guys. I use a different broker. And so different brokers, the charts are going to look different. Price dictates what the chart looks like. So the zones, where they pop up, how many pop up, the money zone, how wide it is or tall it is, short it is, the arrows when they pop up, everything happens because of price. And every broker has different price points, all right, because they use different what? Liquidity providers. Therefore, it may look different. Your chart may look different than mine on, with the broker that you use. I quit using Hugo's Way because they do not fall into my criteria anymore. And so, appreciate the shirt. Hey, yeah, nice shirt. Appreciate it, Jason. Hey, if you want to get it, let me go find an email again from Miss Mariska. It is, I believe, there it is. www. We got to look at it earlier. I'm going to put it back in the group here. Oh, that's not it. Nope. I can't copy. Oh, that sucks. www.myapgear.com. I dropped it in the group again for you guys in the chat. All right. M's and W's, you do not need an arrow to take the trade. Please go watch strategy number 7. Strategy number 7 talks about M's, W's, and wedges. All right. Strategy number 7. If you don't know where the strategies are at, let me show you really quickly. All right, here is the back office of AuvoriaPrime.com. If you've purchased AIRO, you can log in. You want to select AP Academy. When you do, it brings you to this page here. You want to come here to My First Steps. Go ahead and select that. It's going to bring you to this next section here. All right, and you're going to do what? Scroll down and you're going to go through all 4 modules here. All 4 modules. Make sure you watch all the videos so you have a good understanding of what's going on. Ensure you have the education you need to be able to be successful. And then when you're done with that, you select My Products here in the top right-hand corner. If you have purchased AIRO, you can scroll down and there AIRO will be. If you have more than one, it'll have the other products here. But you simply go to AIRO, select Access Setup Course. Scroll down and you can see the overview of the software. That's a little quick message for me. How to set up and access your VPS. All right, videos there. Another little video on how to set up AIRO. All right, and if you want to ask questions about this, again, every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, I have a 101 AIRO call, which helps all newbies and beginners get set up. And then after that, all the strategies are here, 1 through 9. Look out for strategy number 10 to drop tomorrow. All right, strategy 10 will drop tomorrow. I think you guys are ready for it now that you guys have started to slow down a little bit. All right, back to the Q&A. What gold correlations are there? So for me, what I like to see with gold correlation, I don't know about anything that correlates with gold that I'm familiar with, but I know inverse correlations. So all the indexes, US 30, NAS 100, S&P 500, typically, and again, they've been a little wild the last year, but typically when the indexes are up, gold is down. And when the indexes are down, gold is up. So gold has a great inverse correlation with the indexes. All right. Gold does correlate with the DXY. I believe they're inverse correlations as well. So DXY is the dollar. So the dollar is up, gold is down. The dollar is down, gold is up. So again, more inverse correlations. All right. I don't know of anything that correlates with gold in the same direction. How do I have a ring on my computer when receiving AIRO signals? Let's go look at that. So inside of my VPS, you want to make sure you come down here in the bottom right hand, because again, your VPS is nothing but a virtual computer. All right, just a computer in the cloud. You want to come down here to the bottom corner. You want to just make sure that your volume is on. So make sure your volume is turned all the way up. Mine's all the way up. It's not on mute, which means that I will receive notifications. All right, you guys can hear them. I've got my microphone right here, which allows you guys to hear everything that's coming out of my computer. Music or notifications. All right, so you can make sure you turn that on. Up 6 pips on USD CAD. Okay, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. If you miss a bag entry by one counter, does it become invalid? It doesn't become invalid, but you don't want to chase the trade. So if you miss your entry, don't worry about it. There's going to be plenty more. Trust me. So just don't chase it, because if you chase it, you could find yourself getting a bad entry, and a bad entry could lead to you being, like if you have the right entry and you have some drawdown might be 30 pips and you don't get stopped out, and then it runs down to your take profit. If you enter in late, you might get a bad position, and then boom, the pullback takes you back 40 pips because you got in late, and now your drawdown takes you back 40 pips, you get stopped out, and now you're mad saying the software doesn't work. No, you entered in late. Enter in when you get the notification. If you miss it, you miss it. There will be more. There will be more. All right. Correlation between indices and forex pairs. The only ones I know that really correlate that I'm familiar with is GBP, JPY, so the Great Britain Pound, Japanese Yen, typically correlates with the indexes. So if they're headed up, Great Britain Pound, Japanese Yen is headed up. If they're headed down, typically Great Britain Pound, Japanese Yen is headed down. Outside of that, I don't know. Usually the indices and the currency pairs, they're not always correlating. So, but I tell you guys what, YouTube is your friend. You can learn a lot about it on YouTube. All right. How late is too late to take a trade? If you miss a trade, you missed it. So if you come to it 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes later, 10 minutes, 20 pips later, doesn't matter. If you miss a trade, you missed it. There is no too late. If you're not there to take the trade right then and there when it presents itself within the first, I'd say 30 seconds to a minute, you missed the trade. All right, you missed the trade. Do not try to find shortcuts, guys. There aren't none. There are none in trading. I can tell you that right now. There are not shortcuts. You can help improve your situation, but there are no shortcuts. All right, back on the chart real quick. Let's take a little scan of the market, see what's going on. See if we can't find some entries real quick. GI, all right, come on, GI, it's starting to bounce up. Need GI to close above this, both of these moving averages, and we're looking good. We're looking good. We'll be looking good. GBP NZD, negative Ghost Rider, GBP CHF in the zone. Nope. Nope. And I can say no to these guys because price is just ranging. You can see it's just ranging. It's just going sideways. It's not really trending like it has been. You know, that's what you want to see. When it's just going sideways, just move on. Do not try to force anything. You cannot force the market to do what you want. All right? You cannot force the market to do what you want. EURNZD, EURJPY, S&P 500. Waiting for a nice little AIRO to give us a little bag entry. That'd be nice. How far are we from the zone? We got about 117 pips. Yeah, that'd be nice. GR 30 off that 200 coming down. Gold just chilling. We wanted to break down though. Come break this in and break below the zone. Bitcoin just chilling. Market kind of slow right now. Same number of zones, guys. Like I talked about, if there are 50 pips in between the two middle zones, you can take trades in both directions. So everyone keeps asking about EUR, AUD. If you do not have 20 pips room, guys, it doesn't matter. EUR, AUD. We talked about this one already. I might be late. You can take trades in both directions because it even matter zones. All right. This is the one where I talked about second entry, 10 pips. All right. GN negative. So my FX book will update and refresh once a day, except for on weekends. It doesn't do it on the weekends, but once a day during the week it will. And then if you go in there and you go through the video that I sent you guys, and if you go in there and reconnect your account, just hit connect in the settings section, it will manually update for you. All right. So GJ had a break of the zone. Great. Great. GJ, let's take a look at GJ just to make sure. GJ. Nothing going on. Nothing going on right now. Can you take strategy 9 trades even if there are zones in the way? I would not. I would not. I wouldn't. I don't trade into a zone. No matter how big or small that zone is, it's a zone, which means what? It's created for a reason based on market structure and a whole bunch of other factors that I have built into it. The zones are there to protect you because, again, the number 3rd or number 2 most common mistake beginners make is they trade into a zone, into a support zone, into a resistance zone. Sometimes those zones break and you make money, most of the time they don't, and you lose money. All right, let's see what we got. EUR/AUD on the hour. I've been waiting for one of these. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's down into the zone. We're not taking that. I'm definitely not looking to take that at all. Need one of the hour trades. I need one of those. So do I also cut my stop loss in half on second arrow? Yes, I do. If I cut my take profit in half, I always cut my stop loss in half. Do I ever look at EUR/CHF? Only if you guys bring it up. EUR/CHF, EUR/USD are the two euro pairs that I don't really care to trade for. EUR/CHF has too many wicks. EUR/USD is too slow. It doesn't move enough pips for me per day, and it's a New York session pair for the most part. So those are the two euros that I typically do not look at. Yes, we will go over that. Yes, we will. When will I be able to make a way for us to pull up the notifications again? That's not on me, guys. The notification system setup is through the MetaTrader 4 platform. So if you close it, you can't open it again. That is not anything I can do. That is the MetaTrader 4 software. Now, what I can show you is what you can do. BTC broke to the zone. All right, let's go take a look. ETH moving up. Let's go look real quick, guys. BTC. I like that. ETH. We got 2 minutes. Let's analyze this bad boy. Analyze this bad boy. Let's see here. So we got a nice little what? Nice little trend line here. You got the upward movement there. This was you could have made a wedge out of this here. Like so. Broke the top of the wedge. Guy, what you think about this, man? It's coming right to the 200, man. I don't know if I like it. To the 200. Ethereum's over the 200.
I'm not playing with the cryptos right now, for sure.
Let me analyze this, guys, real quick here. So we got this overall downward trend we're in. Price is moving up. Got this channel that it's been in. It broke out of the channel, came back inside. I can see it heading back up to the channel here. I'll put this blue line here as a level of resistance. So this is a minor level of resistance. And you see it came right to it and reversed out of it. So if it breaks and closes above it, I might be in it. I might get into it. We have about 4 minutes. If it can close above that, I might get into it. We'll see. So what I drew here, guys, is I analyzed the chart as as you see here, price has been in this channel, this downward trend channel. You see this channel top and bottom. It broke out of it, came back into it, and just that's where we had the rejection off the 62 fib. Typically, if you get a nice rejection off of a fib level, the TP, the most profitable TP by statistics, states that if you take it back to the zero line, you're good. However, this is based off of data on pairs that have a long-term history, which crypto has not been around long enough. So you guys will see that sometimes the fibs work out, but most of the time they don't. So I'm careful with Bitcoin using on the fibs. If I use it on the fibs, I need other levels of confirmation before I take that trade. Let's look at everything else real quick. We got about 3 minutes before the next candle. Pound pair is trying to move up. Let's go look at where that GI at. All right, the zone broke. All right, we're waiting for GI to break up though. We need it above. We need it above both of these moving averages to qualify for strategy. What? Qualify for strategy number 9. We are officially in London session. So it is officially London session as of 8 minutes ago. Absolutely nothing going on. That's how it be sometimes, guys. The market is, again, NFP. I expect NFP to be down. There was some pre-NFP news that came out today. Speaking of the news, let's go take a look at the news. MyFXBook.com. MyFXBook is the app that I use. So MyFXBook is the app that I use, as you guys see there. It's the app I use to check the news out. You can also use ForexFactory.com. So we've got orange folder news on Euro in about 51 minutes. And then we got a bunch of green folder news. In an hour and 50 minutes, we have unemployment rate news and retail sales retail sales year over year. So we got orange and red folder news on Euro in about an hour and 50 minutes. So that should get the market moving, hopefully. Gold starting to come down. Cool, 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 cool. I like that. I like that. Gold's coming down. Guess what? Indices heading up. Inverse correlation. Now, when you see gold and the indices moving in the same direction, that's your cue to don't even touch them. That is your cue to not touch neither one of them unless you know what you're doing. All right. BTC closed right underneath that zone, so I'm not entering in. I'm not entering in on that. Not entering in on it. All right, stop sharing. Answer more questions. Someone asked me if there are the same number of resistance zones and support zones, how would I trade strategy 9? The exact same way I explained it. If there are at least 50 pips room in between the two middle zones, then I will trade in both directions. All right, every strategy. What's the purple line on my chart? Let's go back and take a look. If I have additional lines on my charts, guys, due to the fact, the purple line, that is the 200 moving average. If you have not watched strategy video number 9, please go back and watch that. You'll know exactly what that purple line is. All right, 200 moving average, and you know how to use that. So someone asked, at 0.01 lot size for every $100, how many trades can you take at the same time? You can take as many trades as you want to. You just want to make sure you be cautious of your risk management. So think about your stop loss. If your stop loss is 40 pips and you took 5 trades and you lost 5 trades, you just lost 200 pips times 0.01. That's $20. If you got a $100 account, you just lost 20%. All right. Someone just called out NZDJPY. So keep in mind, again, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't recommend anything to you. But again, it's up to your risk. For me, I try to minimize my risk. So we are in an uptrend. We just received the second arrow on NZDJPY. Actually, we received it late. It's really late. So no trade. No trade for me. Plus NZDJPY is not a London session pair. So we'll cancel that one. All right. What are my thoughts on GBP AUD for the fib? Let's go look at it. I know I like GA for strategy number 9. For the fib though, I actually have the fib on there. I don't like it for the fib. It didn't bounce off anything. No rejections. I didn't even get any rejection candles at any level. None here at the 50. It didn't come down to the 62. I didn't see anything. So from a fib standpoint, I don't like it. There's no rejection at a fib level. So nothing looks good for me. All right, I talked about what to do with equal buy and sell zones, equal support resistance. So question about FTMO account. For 110K account, do you recommend a 10 lot size? On FTMO, I do not, because FTMO, you have to manage your risk. You can't have more than 5% loss in a day, more than 10% loss in 30 days in the month. So for FTMO, when I get to my 100K account and I go through the trial basis, I probably will be trading with, because 5% is $5,000, 10% is $10,000. I'm probably going to be trading with the 2.5 lot size, because a 2.5 lot size, I would have to lose 200 pips to hit $5,000. So I'll be trading with a 2.5 to probably a 3.0 lot size, somewhere in that range. All right, 2.4 to 3.0. Because if I lose, I'm not losing whole $5,000. You don't want to, if you lose it with a 10 lot, it's $100 per pip, 50 pips, you're done. All right. And so on a 300K account with FTMO, I just triple whatever. So a 7.5 to a 9.0 lot size is what I would use. How do you join the bag channel? All right. If you are not in the AIRO bag chat channel, whoever helped you sign you up to AIRO, go to them. They'll get you the link. All right. They will get you the link. If you have not paid for AIRO, fortunately, you cannot join that group. Have they added more memory to the VPS? So the company has worked, the VPS company has worked to make some tweaks. A lot of new users and existing users are seeing better performance. Most of the day, there is a little lag I'm hearing in New York session. So on New York session, if you guys freeze or crash during New York session, please make sure to let the educators know, and then also give them your username, and then whatever time your actual software crashed. If it happens on this call, let's do it as well. If yours crashes on this call, most likely mine's going to crash as well. But we'll collect that information. Let's get back on the charts just to skim them real quick, see if we got anything going on. Don't want to miss nothing. Man, I hate these nights. Need some movement. It's a dead night, guys. And again, I say it all the time. Knowing when not to trade is just as good as knowing when to trade. All right. Even if the trade goes in the direction you want it to go, doesn't matter. It could easily have gone in the opposite. Come on, gold.
Yeah, gold playing. I know it's still gonna drop though.
Oh yeah. USD CHF. Hopefully we're not too late. Let's go take a look at that. Uptrend, USD CHF. Definitely late because you had your buy here. I mean, your bag entry there, which means that we are more than about 9 pips late. So I wouldn't be looking to take this trade. We're too far away. We're late, and I might have been late seeing that as I'm a little behind on some of the questions here. Wait for that Bitcoin to potentially break out. Guys, I just gave an update on the dashboard. Don't question about it. I'll announce it when it comes out. There'll be another video that walks you through how to use it. So just wait for it. I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time. Again, guys, whoever helped you sign up for AIRO, they can give you the link to the AIRO bag chat. All right. To enter in multiple trades, someone asked, how do I go about entering in multiple trades when I get the notification? For me, I use the one-click button over here. So I right-click on the black of the screen. I click one-click trading. This little box pops up. This button is the sell button. This is the buy button. I can change my lot size in the middle, and all I do is hit buy or hit sell. And depending on how many entries I want to put, I may hit buy twice. I may hit buy 10 times. It depends on what I want. BTC breaking up. GI. Nope. If a zone is smaller than the others, how likely is that price breaks it? Don't know. Don't know. I only trade what I see. I don't speculate about anything, guys. I don't speculate. I just trade what I see. The purple moving average is 200 moving average, guys. Watch strategy number 9, please. Strategy number 9 will explain everything. Ether wage, not really sure what that means. And you guys keep asking about Euro USD. Let's go take a look at it. The most boringest pair out there. If you guys haven't noticed, I like to trade volatility. I don't like to trade anything that doesn't have volatility. So someone asked about a descending wedge. So with Euro USD, you have 5 red zones, 2 green, which means we're looking for sales only. All right, and you can see here from a wedge standpoint, nice little wedge right there, formation. And actually, we can bring it in a little tighter, actually. Let's bring it in a little tighter, like so. And we'll draw a little stick like they do with the Hawkeye group, for those who get on their calls at 7:30 to 9 Central, Eastern, I'm sorry, every Monday through Friday. And then we get a nice little break. We would be looking to, we need to break the zone too. Need to break the zone too. You're looking to take profit somewhere to this level right here at the middle of the stick, 50% level. So we need price to break below the money zone. Below the zone here and close below it. If so, let's see. How many pips is that? 17 pips. All right, so we'll see what it gives us. We'll see what it gives us. Actually, the stick goes right here. I'm sorry. Oh, I messed that up. Let's try that one more time. Come on. All right, so we'll take a look at this here shortly. We'll see how this one pans out. Yep, look at that Bitcoin coming back down. That's why I need price to close above that line, not just break above it. I need to close above because you can see what happens. Price can always make a move that looks good, but you always want to wait till candles close before you try to commit to a trade. You want price to commit before you commit. All right. What times are the best time frame for indices? You know, it really depends on your strategy. So for me, I'm a scalper. So for me, I trade the indices on the minute 5. But you know, if you get on a call on New York session with Jackie, she trades the indices off of the H1. So it really depends on your strategy and the type of trader you are. So my BTC 5-minute chart shows 2 red, 1 green zone. So it means you're using a different broker. Yep, you said you already know that. Yep, different broker, different broker. Do the pictures behind you really help your mental? They're a reminder. That's all they are. They're a reminder. All right, just a reminder to keep you focused. Reminder to keep you focused. Keep your eyes on the prize. What does it mean when the wick is long at the top or at the bottom? This means that price rejected a certain area and came back down. So if it's a long wick up top, it means there was a lot of selling pressure to push the price down. There's a long wick on the bottom, it means there's a lot of buying pressure to push the price back up. All right, it's rejecting a certain area. Is XRP good to use with AIRO? Yes. AIRO can be used on anything with a chart. All right. Master strategy number 1 on the Forex pairs that I recommend, and then start to try to venture out. When M or W forms on a higher time frame, you still set 20 pips take profit and 40 pips stop loss. No, I wouldn't take an M or W on a higher time frame because I don't really trade the higher time frames. But on the higher time frames, you want to use not set take profits. I'm sorry, not set stop losses. You want to use structure. So let's go take a look at that real quick. What does that look like? What do I mean by structure? What do I mean by structure? So let's go to GI real quick. Hey, GI playing with us. So go to H1 on GI. You see here, we zoom out, we're in a uptrend, and we do what? We got to bounce, we got AIRO, we got to go, all right? So for me, I'm looking to enter in right here on that trade. My stop loss is going to be at my previous low, which is right here, my previous low. Price ran up about 36 pips, all right? On that before retrace, but your previous low, all right? That's where you set it at. Same thing with M's and W's. You want to set it at your previous high or previous low on the higher time frame, which means that they're going to vary. There's not going to be a set take profit or set stop loss. Therefore, what do we do? I just closed it out. Let me go to my other chart. That'd been G odd on a 15-minute. G odd on the 15-minute for is that a sale? Yep, there it is. So we got a bounce, AIRO, go. Second one inside of the money zone. And GI, the overall trend is even. GPNDD down, G-Chef trying to come down, GCAT down, GU down. All right, guys, on GI, I'm going to take this for 10 pips. I'm looking to take GI for 10 pips because it's the second down arrow. All right. Second down arrow. I'm looking to take this for a 10 pip take profit, 20 pip stop loss. The second down arrow. What I know about G pairs is that I put my take profit a little further below, because sometimes they get to remove it really fast and you might be able to catch a couple more pips. But if I see 10 pips, I'm closing out. So we're going to take 10 pip. The other pound pairs are all moving down, so we got correlation. GJ is trying to move up. GU is coming down. GCAT pushing down. We're NGI, GBP, NZD pushing down. GP Chef pushing. Oh, it's rejecting that high there. So it's trying to come down as well. All right. So yeah, these got 4 that are pushing in the same direction. I like that. I like that. So we're gonna go for a quick little 10 pips on this GR trade. I'm going for 10. So what I'm going for, a quick little 10, 20 pip stop loss. EUR, GBP, nothing. Nada. Nope. SPX. Nothing. Gold playing at 200 moving average. See that gold just playing around at 200 moving average. That 200 moving average is like a what? It's like a level of support and resistance. You see, drew that line right there, that blue line. I drew that before price got up there, and you see it's a very strong line. Price had to close above it. All right, I'm currently in a G-odd sale based off of a bag entry. All right, bounce arrow go. This is the second consecutive arrow based on statistics. I'm only going to take this for 10 pips. I have my take profit. I'm going to put the take profit to at 20, just in case we get just a runner. Just in case we get a runner. Just in case we get a runner, I'm going to put it at 20. But I'm looking to close out at 10 pips on this trade. We're up currently 1 pip right now in profit. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Let me stop this here and some more questions. SPX 500, I don't feel anything about it. Nothing looking good right now. Do I filter my FX book for only G pairs and Euro pairs? No, I look at everything. But I only worry about what I'm trading. So I only worry about USD news because I trade the indices and gold. I only worry about pounds and euros because those are all I already trade. All right. All right. So, and to get into the crypto group, 100,000 points is actually 10,000 pips. Correct. And the cool thing about the MyFX book will actually weed out points. It only shows you pips in MyFX book. So that's why I need verified documentation on that one. GCAT for the 5 minute. No, I'm not worried about that. Up 2 pips on GI right now. Up a pip. Oh man, you know what I forgot to do? On my FTMO account. Oh man, GI. You see here, GI, I'm in a zone. I'm in a zone of mine because again, my FTMO account is different than the account I use for my live account here. All right. I'm entering the trade anyway because I'm trading off of this view right here. This is the view I'm trading off of right here. Looking for 10, but I'm gonna put it at 20. Just in case we get a runner. Just in case. Currently up about 2 pips right. Come on, baby. Push, push, push. London session pairs are anything with GBP, EUR, I believe CHF. All right. GBP is the Great Britain pound. EUR is the euro. And then CHF is the Swiss franc. The Swiss franc. All right. Currently up about 3 pips right now. Currently up about 3 pips. Which strategy video did you say the moving average was under again? Strategy number 9 video. There's 2 videos, part 1, part 2, but strategy number 9, you'll learn about that purple moving average, which is 200, but you'll learn why it's there. If I use a 3.0 lot size on my 100 count for FTMO, what are my targets for pips for the week and month? So for me, my goal is to get to we're plus 4 pips, plus 5 pips on GI right now. My goal with FTMO is 10% a month minimum, at least 10% a month. So if I have a $100,000 account, 10% is 10 grand. So that means I'm looking for at least 2,500 a week. So with a 3 standard lot, I need 84 pips. That's 4 trades of 21 pips. So that's it. I can be very picky and go get me 4 trades of 21 pips. All right. We're currently plus 6 right now on GI. Up 6 pips right now. My VP, okay. Does BTC react to NFP? I haven't paid attention to BTC during NFP, so I'm not sure. I really couldn't tell you. NFP is on Friday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. So let's take a look at it. Take a look at it. If you're up during that time, take a look to see if you see anything. Well, my VPS is now frozen. Is anybody else's frozen? Anybody's VPS frozen? Anybody's VPS frozen? All right, we got a bunch of yes. So mine just went down. So I have 2:39 a.m. If your VPS is frozen, please drop in the chat your username. The chat here. Drop in the chat your username so I can get this data to the power that be. And the username is your username on Auvoria Prime when you signed up. So when you signed up. Let me gather this information. We'll send this to the powers that be, and I'm monitoring. You want to make sure you have your what? You want to make sure that you have your MT4 set up so that you can monitor your trades from your phone. So we are currently up. We're about 4 pips right now. We're up 4 pips right now. I'm monitoring it from my phone so I can see it. We're broke even right now. We're back at 0 pips. I'm broke even right now on the GI trade. All right, up 1 pip now. Up 1 pip. Someone said TP hit on GA. Hey, congrats! Congrats! You must have got in early. And guys, just give me a second. Let me type in these usernames to the to the CTO of the company, so he can have this when he wakes up in the morning to get with the VPS company. And this type of things, you know, hey, it's gonna happen, guys. You know, we'll get through this really quickly. Gonna push for this to get through, you know, growing pains. AIRO is growing very, very quickly. And so this type of stuff is gonna happen. You know, you guys know how technology is, especially when you are growing at a rapid pace. So we'll get this under control. Thank you for providing me your username so that we can get this take a look at that. I can tell you all the new people that have been coming on board, they have had a better experience. So the VPS company has made tweaks. I've noticed it as well from the standpoint of, you know, just having overall better user experience at you know, currently. USD CHF just launched to the moon. Interesting. We'll take a look at that here when I get the VPS back up. Right now, we're down 1 pip on GBP AUD. Unless you are Andre and you hit TP. Shout out to Andre for hitting TP. If your VPS froze up, please drop your username in the chat so that I can add you to the list. Right now I got 11 names. So let's see if the VPS is open for us now. Are we open for business? Are we open for business? All right, there we go. All right, so it's pulling back a little bit, pulling back. We're down about 4 pips. Someone mentioned gold. Gold making a nice move down. We're waiting for it to clear that zone, though. We need to clear the zone. Need it to clear the zone. Bitcoin trying to push. It's trying. GU still pushing down. GCAD still pushing down. GBP NZD still pushing down. GChef and GJ. So we got 4 out of the 6 pushing down. So I feel pretty good. Then we'll get our 10. We'll get our 10. I'm feeling good about that. EUR, GBP, the euros, nothing. Nothing. All right, so somebody asked me to show how to take profits. I showed you guys how I enter trades, right? So I showed you guys how I enter trades. I change my lot size, I hit sell or buy. So on this one, I hit sell, right? We hit sell. All right, now, what's next? Next is you have your dotted green line here that tells you your entry. That's where you enter the trade at. So when you put your mouse over that line, you get, you know, you got gold for sale. Let's go look at gold. Gold for sale, but it's inside the zone. So I'm not touching it. I'm waiting for it to break out of the zone. I'm waiting for it to break out of the zone. All right. If we go look at GI, we put the trade on. When you put your mouse over the dotted green line for your entry, you click and hold and drag down. If you're in a sell, take profit is below you, below current price. If you're in a buy, then you click and drag up for your take profit. And then vice versa for your stop loss. So our stop loss, you would put your mouse over it, click and drag up. Oh, I didn't get it. There we go. And you see here it says order number, SL, how much you would lose at this point, and how many pips. Negative 293 pips, which is really 29.3. So we're going to go down to 20, negative 20. We're going down to negative 20, which is negative 201. That works. That'll work right there. So now we got a 20 pip take profit and a 20 pip stop loss. Again, I'm taking profit at 10 pips, but I put my take profit here just in case, you know, it wants to take off running. Just in case it wants to take off running. All right. That is how you set your take profit and stop loss. Real simple, real easy. Make sure you have this on here to get this one-click button. You right-click on the black of the screen, all right, to get your menu options, and you click on one-click trading. That turns it off, and it turns it on. All right. We're back up 4 pips on GBP AUD. Up 5 pips, moving nicely. So look at that gold. We're getting pushed down gold. Come on, gold. Do what's nice. Can we have some fun? See that line, guys? That's a strong line. How did I know that line was going to be respected? If you look left, this is Bitcoin. We're on Bitcoin now. If you look left, you'll see here how many times, and I eyeballed it, but I could tell where all the wicks were at. You can see how many times they hit that certain area over and over again, over and over again. So I put that line right there based off of what I saw. And again, your eyes are getting more trained on that. All right. Your eyes are getting more trained on that. Plus 7 pips on GR, baby. GR, we head in the right direction. Plus 9, plus 8. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Don't do that to us. He's plus 9. You want to yank back like that? Boy, I tell you. See, these pound pairs, they move. It could have easily moved 5 pips forward. We could have automatically went to 14, 15 pips. That's why I make sure I have my stop loss a little further away on the pound pairs, just in case we get a runner or we get a nice little spike like that. It's always good to be able to collect more pips. Up about 4 pips right now. I'm looking for that 10. We got the 9. BTC coming on back down. Gold pushing down, gold. Come on, gold, get down there. If we can get a close underneath the zone, that breaks the neckline of the M. And as you guys know, as somebody called him our good luck charm, so Calvin's on the call, he knows what's what. Oh, it's gonna be close. We got 1 minute. We got 1 minute. I'm going to enter into this trade if we get a close below the zone. Close below the zone. Now, when I trade gold, it's out of session. Gold is a New York session pair, but gold is volatile. So I like to trade gold. I typically take my take profit in half. So typically when I trade gold, I trade it on the 5-minute chart, and I'm looking for take profits of at least 50 pips. But out of session, because we're in London session, not New York, I'm looking for 25 pips. We're currently up. Well, we were 2. Yeah, we're up 2 pips right now in GI. It's playing games with us. Come on, go. We need a little push down. I don't like it that close. Come on, push down. All right, zone went away. And I'm entering into the trade for a sell on gold. Downtrend, you guys can see. We didn't enter in on a bag because that was inside the zone, but I'm entering this trade right here. I'm entering for 25 pips. All right, so that'd be 25 pip take profit, 50 pip stop loss. All right, 50 pip stop loss. And we're currently up 2 pips on GI, down 2 pips on gold. GI playing with us, man. We was just up 9 pips. We was almost there. So let me go to my FTMO account. Oops, that's not FTMO. Go to my FTMO account. I need to find gold. and enter into my trades. And I'm late on gold here. By how many pips? So all right. So right now we are down 1 pip in GR, and we are up. What, 4 pips on gold right now. Got a TP up 6 pips on gold. Looking for 25 pips, up 8. And both in profit. Looking good. Let's get this pushed down. Need this pushed down. Bitcoin, what you doing? Nothing. That's fine. Up 9 pips in gold. Looking for 25. We need GR. Let's get it. Gold might be a runner. Gold's one of them runners too. So I like to, let me go ahead and move that down a little more. I'm feeling froggy today, guys. I might just let it run. Let's see what happens. See what happens. We'll see what happens when we get to 25 pips. That entry was cold-blooded, though. We have 12 pips right now, 13 pips in gold, and we only had, how much drawdown we have? We had like 1 pip drawdown. Call it 2.5. Up 15 pips right now in gold. Hey, shout out to Calvin. Hey, you guys know, CTG. Drop CTG, Calvin the GOAT, in the chat, because he's always calling out that fire. Always calling out that fire. Always calling out that fire. Plus 16 pips in gold. We're looking for 25. Plus 14. Come on, baby. Push. Push it to the limit. Let me ask some questions while we wait. Q&A blown back up. Is there any way to change the buy limit and sell limit to buy and sell stop? So yes, but you can't change them. You have to actually delete what you have and just add new ones. All right, you got to add new ones. You got to delete the ones you have and just add the buy and sell limits. So we got, what's going on? Gold, boy. Gotta love gold, gotta hate gold sometimes. Gold pull back a little bit on us. We up 6 pips, 3 on GI. We're up 10 overall. All right, come on, gold. We just up 15. Quit playing with us. GU on a 5-minute. I ain't looking at it. I double dipped on gold. I like this move. Need to push. I know somebody took that bag entry earlier. It dropped on that bag entry 31 pips. Oh, come on, VPS. There we go. GI looking good, plus 5. We're closing out at 10, plus 6. Come on, GI. Let's get it. Let's start locking in some profits. Now, I took this GI trade for those getting in late. This is the second entry from bag entry. Bounce. Here's the AIRO. That's the first one. This is the second entry, which I take for 10 pips on the second consecutive arrow. All right, 10 pips and not the full 20 pips. We're halfway there, +5. All right, man, some more questions real quick. Down about 14 pips on gold right now. Up 7 pips on GI. It's trying to push. So that questions around the, and real quick before I answer those, let's go to the charts. We are up 7 pips on GI, down 13 on gold. All right. Everybody just chilling right now, down 9 pips and up 4. So question about MT4. So is there a way to have a trailing stop loss automatically put in on all new trades? There's a trailing stop feature on MT4, but it does not automatically, to my knowledge, add it for every trade. You have to actually execute it when you place a trade. And then to have, is there any way to have notifications ignore stop loss changes from trailing stop losses? That is a negative. We are blue in all positions, GI and gold. We're black blue. Let's go back to the chart real quick, take a look. I love seeing blue on my phone. You see here, +10 overall. We're up 5 on GI, and then gold. Let's go look at gold. We are back in the money. So gold coming down. +16. Gold trying to move. Let's go, gold. Let's go, gold. +8 in gold. I got, I'm going off the first position. I entered in another position on that pullback. +5 on GI. Let's go look at my FTMO. How my FTMO looking? The green. We almost there. We almost there. All right, let's go back, take a look. What did we get a notification for? Got a notification on gold. Look at that. And got a down, another down arrow on the gold. All right, more confirmation that we're heading down, consecutive arrow. GI half of the way there, 6 flips. As soon as I see 10 on GI, we out of there. Gold just need to go ahead and take us out of misery. Come on, gold, take us out of misery. All right. Let me answer some more questions for you guys. It is 3:00 a.m. We are currently in a GI sale and a gold sale. So it's 3:01 as we like to do at this time. We'll take a quick 14-minute break, let everybody get in, bathroom break, grab something to eat, something to drink. Throw some music on and vibe out. I'm monitoring the trade. So if I see anything, we hit take profit or whatever, I'm gonna jump back on and say something. But I'm gonna go ahead, turn the camera off, put some music on, let you guys vibe out. We'll be back in 14 minutes. I'll jump in to let you guys give any updates. See you guys here in 14 minutes. All right, guys, we are back. TP hit on gold. I'm still in right now. I need to close these trades out. Let's go put it up. We are currently past 25 pips on gold. So what we do, hey, shout out to CTG. Yeah, y'all drop CTG in the chat. Calvin giving out that fire. Every time you're on a call, I'm closing out. 30 pips there. 30 pips there. Boom. 60 pips for me. 2 positions. That's why I went back in on gold for that second position, because Calvin is the GOAT, especially when he calls out that trade. We'll call it. Let me close this out on my FTMO account as well. Close this out on my FTMO account. Quick little $200. All right, we're currently. Oh, look at that. Another arrow on go. I ain't messing with that. We got our pips. So we go back to this here. We're currently down right now on our GBP AUD position, 9 pips. We're down on GBP AUD, 9 pips, 10 pips. So 20 pips stop loss, or was it? Yeah, 20 pips stop loss, 10 pip take profit. All right. It just hadn't got there yet. Got the 9 pips. Got the 9 pips and then yank back on us very quickly. All right, very quickly. All right. Let's go look at that gold. That gold was beautiful. All right. Nice. 25 easy ones. Easy ones. All right. 25 easy ones. Hey, if you made money on that gold trade, on that gold sale, if you made money, go into the chat, the AIRO bag chat, drop in screenshots of your trades, wake everybody up, let them know they missed out. As always, missed out. Easy. That was quick and easy right there. Quick and easy. So, hey, we'll be back in 9 minutes.
I've been a member of the I Am Beautiful Facebook group for a while now. It's a space where nearly 1,500 people show off their fabulousness. We talk about anything you could imagine and a lot of things you couldn't. You can take on anything with Facebook groups. More together.
All right, I'm back. I'm back a minute early. GBPI just stopped us out at 20 pips. GBPI, so we are 1-1. GBPI just stopped us out. Go to FT. Make sure I close this out. Check on GBPI, boy. GBP just stopped this out. I don't like that though. Look at that, it reverse GBP USD sell. Look at that. GU's down. GJ coming down. GCAD down. GN. What's GN doing? Down. G-Chef. G-Chef up. We got one up and the other four down. And then GI wants to go up. Well, just stupid. But hey, if you practice proper risk management, you should be in the money. I am still profitable for today. Like I said, with gold, even if I didn't take double the gold trades, one gold trade still was more than one of the GPI. We caught 25 plus pips. I caught 30 on gold. I lost 20 on GBPI. Therefore, I'm still net positive, even if I only took one gold trade. So you should still be in profit as long as you manage proper risk management. All right, you don't want to go using bigger lot sizes, larger lot sizes. You want to try to stay consistent. All right. If anything, you want to lower lot sizes on gold and NSE, potentially, and have bigger lot sizes on forex pairs just due to their lack of volatility. But again, I'm not giving you any recommendations, just letting you know what I usually do. All right. I got this little baby account that I give you guys access to, and I am keeping my lot sizes all the same, except for on the indices and on crypto. Indices and crypto, I lower them significantly. SPX 500 might give us a down arrow. Gold just gave us life. Still trying to push down. For those who still in gold, shout out to you, because I know some of y'all still holding. And there goes Bitcoin. I hope you didn't take it. Hope none of y'all took that. We're looking for that to close above the blue line. That blue line is mad. Look at that. Rejected all that times and rejected. Ethereum is down to 2. Yeah. So far, like I said, 1-1 for the night. 1 win, 1 loss. Man, we haven't lost on a G pair in a while. GBP AUD. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up and go and look at that pair again to see why did we lose. We were up 9 pips, so we were 1 pip away, which frustrates me. That frustrates me. I'll look at this in the morning. Well, I'm not taking this trade. So EURAUD, we have even amount of zones. So then we have over 80 pips difference between the 2 middle zones. I see this W here. I love to take it, but for me, I don't like it for 2 reasons. Number 1, it doesn't have that upward slant. I need an upward slant. Number 2, the break of the neckline. For me, I'd love for it to be a little. Man, actually, how far are we from the 200? Yeah, I love for either the 200 to be a lot higher or this 200 to be a lot lower underneath. That 200 acts as a level of support and resistance. But that's the strategy 7 move right there. Strategy 7 right there. That gold is still moving. Ethereum for the sale. Let me finish answering some of these questions, guys. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Let me get some more VPS names. If your VPS froze, guys, please let me know what time your VPS froze and your username so I can get that information sent off. TP number 2 hit on gold. What does that mean? 50 pips? Did I hit 50 pips on gold? 50 pips. Let me go look real quick. Oh, yeah, 50 pips. I knew I should have held that thing. Look at gold move. Woo-wee. Calvin, man, you on fire, my brother. Good call. Good call. So yeah, Ethereum. I almost caught Ethereum. Ethereum just fell. Man, I knew I should have caught Ethereum. Bag entry. It's down a few pips. Ethereum, we'd be up right now about 82 pips. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Ethereum is one of those cryptocurrencies. If we ever call, guys, a cryptocurrency trade, a gold trade, a index trade, so indices, make sure you lower your lot size due to the volatility, guys. Make sure you lower your lot size. All right. Check the news right quick, guys. Check the news on my Facebook. Euro news in 15 minutes is just green folder. In 35 minutes, we have orange and red folder news for Euro. In 35 minutes, it'll be off the call by then, so not too worried about it. Someone just said gold is going to go down to 1,600. Gold will go down to 1,600. All I know is market jumping now. The market is jumping. 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, market jumping. All right. I just got a notification. So go ahead and share the screen real quick so we can take a look at everything. SPX, just like I thought. SPX 500 for the. Oh, man. Gave us a sale and a zone popped up. Boy, ain't that something? Ain't that something? Oh, no, the zone was already there, I think. I think the zone was there. No entry. I thought we were gonna get an entry on that one. Thought we were gonna see some love on that one. That gold zone just disappeared on gold. If you're still on gold, well, you're in some nice profits right now. I squeaked out 60 pips out of it. I'm happy. I'm happy. Let's go look at GR. Is it turning around? What GR, man? Market just chilling. Answer a few more questions for you guys. All right, guys, we got questions about how to count pips. How come people aren't seeing the white line? All these questions I answered definitely in the setup video in the back office and on Sunday night. So we've got 32 minutes. We might go over this stuff here. Might go over this. So to make sure you have all your lines, all right, while we look to see if we can't find some more setups. We're still waiting for the scanner to give us a H1 setup. We haven't got one yet. But to get your lines, if you're going to get both, you see I have a red line and a white line. The red is my ask. The white is my bid. When you select buy, it's going to place your entry at the red line. When you select sell, it's going to put your entry at the white line. The red line is the ask, white line the bid. You always buy at the ask, you always sell at the bid. To make sure you have both lines, to get both lines on here, you have to have your settings correct. All right, so you want to right click on the back of the screen, EURNZD for sell. On a downtrend, that's a bag entry. I don't think we have the clearance though. No, we do. Oh. That's the second down candle. I'm not messing with it. here's why I'm not taking this trade. There's a second consecutive down arrow, which means we would be looking for 10 pips. Here's why I'm not taking it though, for me. If you look left, look at all that right there. It's in its own zone. So I'm not looking to touch that. All right, not looking to touch that. That's just me. So that's why I'm not taking a trade. You can look left, you can see price has always come to the same area and rejecting. Up, 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 reject, 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 rejecting over and over again, which is, as you see here, this easy thing. You can see, look at the red and white lines. They're right there, right where price is always rejecting and going the other way, over and over again, over and over again. So I'm not looking to take that trade. But to add both lines, right click on the black of the screen, come down to properties. All right, you want to take a picture or a screenshot of these settings. Background black, foreground white, grid white. That's the main thing. The grid needs to be white. Bar up lime, bar down red, bull candle lime, bear candle red. Then come to common. You want chart shift, chart auto scroll on. You want candlesticks on. And you want these first three check mark. Show grid needs to be unchecked. Only the first three checked. Select OK. All right. Once you've done that, you should see your red line and your white line. All right. And then to count pips. All right. Counting pips is pretty easy. Let me find me a nice chart real quick, guys. I can demonstrate it for you. So to count pips, if there are 2 or 3 numbers after decimal, use the second digit. We'll use the second. Okay. All right. If there are 4 or 5 numbers after decimal, use the fourth. All right, so to give an example, if price is 123.786 and it goes to 123.796, that is 1 pip up. All right, here are 2 simple examples, guys. 2 simple examples. All right, so if there are 2 or 3 numbers after the decimal place, all right, this is for Forex pairs only. Forex pairs only. Gold, crypto, indices, they're measured different. For Forex pairs only. If there are 2 or 3 numbers after the decimal place, use the second digit as your pip. So if price is 123.786 and it goes to 123.796, that's 1 pip up because the 8 is the pip. That's the second number. If there are 4 or 5 numbers after the decimal, use the fourth digit as your pip. So if price is 1.34567 and it goes to 1.34577, that is 1 pip up. All right. And vice versa if it's going down. So 1.34567 and it goes to 1.34557, that's 1 pip down. All right. So it's either the second digit or the fourth digit. It's the second digit if there are 2 or 3 numbers after the decimal place. It's the fourth digit if there are 4 or 5 numbers after the decimal place. All right. And that's only on Forex pairs only. All right. I'll let you guys get a screenshot of that. For those who want to take a picture, screenshot of that, go ahead and get that. Well, let me answer some more questions real quick. Man. Can silver and gold correlate? Yes, they can correlate. Get me some cookies, guys. Getting late. In AP Academy, you will find Forex Basics course. Correct. Shout out to Mariska. Under AP Academy, let's go take a look at it. All right. So once you got done with all these, you come down here to Forex Basics. All right. So when you first click on AP Academy, you can select Forex Basics. Mr. Daisy Duncan is going to teach you about Forex Basics. All right. You got ground level, level 1, level 2, level 3. 4 different modules to go over the basics of Forex. They're in the back office. On top of any product you have, all the developers, like myself, have created additional videos as well. So all the content is there for you guys. You just have to go look for it. All right, I'm showing you where it's at. Really easy. All right, so all right, so somebody asked, which New York and London session do we need to adjust the AIRO time frame? All right, and so let's go take a look at it real quick. Let's go take a look at it real quick. We'll go to the chart. So yes, New York session and London session are separate times. New York session, or sorry, London session runs from 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, 2 a.m. Central Standard Time to 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. You know what? Let's do this. We're gonna do it this way. Forex session times and pairs. This would be good for you guys. The best times to trade the foreign exchange markets. Google is your friend, guys. All right, so New York. This is in Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. All right. At lunchtime, so about 12 noon, 1 a.m., market dies. Keep that in mind. The money zone stops at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time or 1 p.m. Eastern. All right. That's when the money zone stops. Tokyo, which is the Asia channel, you got two of them, Tokyo and Sydney. Combined, that's Asia session. You got different time frames for them. You know, we don't trade during that time frame. All right, at least it's not highly suggested because that time of day is when the market maker is making his move and setting up traps. And then London session is from 3 a.m. to noon, 3 a.m. to noon. All right, that's Eastern. Market's just teeter-totter. We had a sale on GBP AUD. We had a sale on gold. We lost GBP AUD 20 pips, caught 30 pips or more on gold, or say 25 pips or more. I caught 30. Therefore, you should be positive if you use proper risk management. I double dipped on gold. I'll let you guys know why I did and when I did. So I know some of you guys may have followed, which means that you significantly are coming out ahead. Very slow. If you're wondering why the market is slow tonight, it's due to the fact that there's a lot of economic news and decisions being made this week. NFP is on Friday. There was some pre-NFP news that came out Wednesday, so yesterday. That was not favorable. XPX 500 on the 15-minute. The zone broke. The zone broke. Come on, VPS, don't do us like that. No bag entry on the 15-minute. No bag entry. On the 5, though, we had a bag entry. Went right to the zone, though. I'm not messing with it. I don't see the volatility. You guys get the hang of it. The more you trade these pairs, the more you understand when it's a good time to trade, when it's not. Even if you're at a session, like right now, I don't see the volatility in SPX. So I don't see it moving the way it needs to be moving. There's no volume in it right now because it is a New York session pair. We have taken some trades with it on this call, but right now it's not looking like it's trying to move in the direction that we want it to move. ERJPY is an uptrend. All right, let me answer some more questions. What happens next week when we go to daylight savings time? Nothing. Market still keeps moving. The only thing changes is the time of day. Doesn't matter. The spread does change from broker to broker. Some brokers have low spreads, some have high spreads, and everything in between. So yes, different brokers you use, guys, everything's going to be different. All right, everything's going to be different. Not crazily different, but there's going to be some differences that you can see, and that's just due to price, because every broker uses a different, has the potential of using a different broker, a different liquidity provider. Therefore, their prices will be different. GBP CAD on the H4. Let's take a look. GCAD on the H4. That's way past my pay grade, man. I don't go that high. GCAD on H4. I don't really see anything right now. We're in the uptrend. So I don't see anything that comes out to me. Nope. Nothing's standing out to me. All right, check the chat out. See what we got in the chat. So shout out to Mariska, good tip. So Europe changes to daylight savings time 2 weeks later. So London opening will be 1 hour off for about 2 weeks. That's fine. We're on typically an hour before, so we'll catch it. We will catch it. How do you change the time zone that is linked to the broker? You cannot. You cannot change the time zone, but I'll tell you what you can do. And it's a setting in AIRO. So if you select, right click on the black of the screen and go to indicator list, and then double click on AIRO V3. All right, and you'll come in here and you see that under inputs, you have the money zone, begin and end time. So it tells you here, money zone should be from 12 a.m. Central to 12 p.m. Central. So what you want to do is ask your broker or look online. You can Google and say, hey, my broker time zone. Tell you what time zone they are. You want to convert 12 a.m. Central Standard Time to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time into the time zone for your broker. All right. Mine is always going to be a military time on MT4. But for me, at 0800 is 12 a.m. At 2000, 12 hours later, is 12 p.m. So if you're using the broker that I utilize, or even my old broker that I used to use, those two brokers, the default works fine for those. All right. So Hugo's Way and Envy. Again, I can't recommend any brokers to you guys, but those are Envy is who I use. I don't use Hugo's Way anymore, but if you're using any of those two, or any brokers like those two that have the same time zone for their for that broker, then the default settings of AIRO will be perfect for you. All right. If you need to change it, all you do is go and change it. So let's say I converted 12 a.m. Central to 12 p.m. Central. to my broker, and my time frame is 1 hour earlier. So that's fine. Double click on 0800 and select 0700. And then go in here and select 1900. Select OK. Close. And you see the whole money zone shifted. All right. The whole money zone shifted. I'll put mine back. Yep, so you can change the money zone based off of your broker. Do not worry about what time zone you're in. Just change it based off of 12 a.m. Central Standard Time to 12 p.m. Convert that into your broker's time frame, and you will be just fine. Do not worry about, and I repeat, do not worry about what time zone you live in. Does not matter. Just convert this to your broker's time zone, and you will be just fine. Couple more questions here. All right, guys, we got 8 minutes. We went 1-1 on this call, 2 trades. We caught 25 pips or more on gold, potentially 2 entries for most. So you should have caught 50 to 60 pips. I caught 61 to be exact. So you guys should be in that same ballpark. And then we lost 20 pips on the GBP AUD trade. So net, over 40 pips positive. Good call. Again, you can't go broke taking profits. Can't go broke taking profits. Keep that in mind. We'll be back tomorrow. That's the last London session of the week at 7:30 Eastern. So here we get off in about 7 minutes. So 3.5 hours after this call is the pre-New York session. But that's with the Hawkeye group. They use AIRO, but they are concentrating on trading AIRO with wedges. All right, so they are the wedge gurus. So you got Al, Matt, man, I forgot third guy's name, Brian. So Al, Matt, and Brian, you got those 3 that are called the Hawkeye group. They'll be on 3.5 hours after this call, and then at 2.5 hours after this call, they're on at 7:30 Eastern, which is 6:30 my time. And then after that, at 9 Eastern, you're gonna have New York session. So New York session, they concentrate more on the indices on that call, and so look out for that call as well. If you guys want to look to get more live trade sessions for the remainder of the day, be aware, and we talked about it, a lot of heavy USD news coming up, during New York session. So be aware of that. Make sure to bring that up. That could save you from getting into a potential trade that then turns around and sends price the opposite direction. All right. Let's check the chat out. All right. 5 minutes. Take a look at the chart here. See what we got. See if we got any good setups coming up potentially. So GU could be in for a nice sell if it can close below the zone. Look at GI. Boy, I tell you. Got to be more careful. I have a feeling why I should not have taken that trade. Let's go take a look to see if my theory is correct. Let's see if the theory that is correcto mundo. So, as you guys can see here, by the time we entered the trade, price had already moved 88 pips. It dropped 9. We were only going for 10. I should have put stop loss and profit, but I didn't do it. Typically, when I'm 75% of the way to my take profit, I will put my stop loss in profit 1 or 2 pips. But we were already 88 pips from the high before our entry. So price had already moved 88 pips. So from an ADR standpoint, that's a no-no. We probably should have stayed away from that trade. Or at least that's why I believe what was a good reason between the 88 pips that already moved and then this area right here of resistance where it kind of bounced off of. You see here, it's multiple areas of rejection. That's where it bounced off and turned around. But the ADR, we had already moved 88 pips. So that's, I believe, a leading factor in losing that trade. And then, of course, the market's going to do what it does. The market's going to do what it does. So to get on the calls later on today, guys, if you're in the AIRO bag chat, those calls will be, just like I sent the call out, the link out for this call, those will be sent out as well. Just make sure you are in that group. Yes, every video, every call we have, guys, is recorded and placed online. So just go to Auvoria Prime on YouTube. So Auvoria Prime, and you can see all the past videos. They take a couple hours to get render and whatnot. So typically, like this video will be ready, later on tonight or tomorrow. So it'll be later on today or tomorrow. If you go to the YouTube channel now, you'll be able to find a lot of videos. You can go back and watch what we've done for a while. The wedge pattern training, they'll drop the link in the group as well. Just make sure you're in the AIRO bag chat. They have a link just as well, guys. Just as well. It's in the group. It'll be in the group. All right. If your VPS froze, please drop in the link. Drop in the chat your Auvoria Prime username and what time. If you didn't drop it before. So if your VPS is frozen beforehand. As well, make sure to do the same thing on New York session. I know that's typically a bigger slowdown. I'm going to let the educators know to look out for that. That if it does happen, they need to collect everyone's username that had the same issue as well as their own, so that we can continue to give that feedback to the VPS company as we try to grow very rapidly. Very rapidly. All right. Gonna have some little pains here and there, but hey, that's what I'm here for, to get on this call with you guys, and that's what the other educators are there for. Get on and help you guys navigate the waters, even though the VPS is frozen. All right, because we have to. I'll get on the charts, on naked charts, and we'll dissect the charts and catch trades, whether we have AIRO or not. I'll make sure you guys get taken care of. All right, so it's 3:59 a.m., guys. Appreciate you guys for jumping on. All right, 4 a.m. I'm definitely gonna sleep well. My eyes are heavy. All right. Hey, if you're gonna continue to trade tonight, make sure you trade responsibly. And hey, I'll see you guys in the funny papers. Thanks.